3, Cam Zuber. Number 4, Samantha Souza, captain. Number 5, Lily Mello. Number 9, Kayla McGee. Number 10, Julia Karen. Number 11, Logan Correa, captain. Number 12, Marilyn Sylvia. 13, Emily Donatillo. Number 14, Abby Zuber, captain. Number 18, Callie Rose. Number 96, Morgan Mello. Head coach for the Indians, Beth Arblin. At this time, I'd ask you to please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon and welcome to Dartmouth Memorial Stadium for varsity field hockey action between the visiting Durfee Hilltoppers and the Dartmouth Indians. Conference play this afternoon, a rematch from earlier this season in which the Hilltoppers were victorious over the Indians. Evan Mashad with you live on DCTV. We welcome you here to the stadium. Just an absolutely beautiful day here for high school sports. 68 degrees at the start of this one and mostly sunny skies. Both teams on the field. The whistle sounds, the clock is rolling, and we are underway. Dartmouth in their usual home white jerseys. The Hilltoppers wearing their road black uniforms. Hilltoppers record on the season, 9-1-2 overall. Dartmouth 7-1-4. That one loss, as I said, against Durfee. It was a 2-1 loss down in Fall River. That game was back on September the 21st, so about 3 weeks ago. So the Indians are definitely out for some revenge. Since that loss, well, actually, looking at all of Dartmouth's wins, let's put it that way. In all 7 of Dartmouth's wins, or out of the 7, 6 were shutouts. Their most recent win against Dennis Yarmouth, which happened Monday afternoon, was a 3-2 victory out on the Cape. So there's definitely something to be said that when a team scores against Dartmouth, they're not unbeatable. And, Durfee did get the 2 goals in that game. They were able to score late in the final 2 minutes to pull ahead for good and win that one 2-1. So if you're Durfee coming into this, you want to score early and get on the board. For Dartmouth, been a very long time. In fact, a decade since they lost to Durfee. There'd been some ties in between, but the Indians usually have their way with the Hilltoppers. So, kind of, I guess you could say, uncharted territory for at least this group. None of them had lost to Durfee previously, so there's definitely a little bit of a chip on their shoulders coming into this one, knowing that they're on their turf and knowing that they want some revenge against their conference opponent. Durfee has not played since Friday, so Dartmouth did get that extra game in here on Monday because they hadn't played since Wednesday when they beat Brockton 9-0. That's who Durfee faced on Friday. They had a 9-0 victory as well. As Brockton, we saw them earlier this season here at the stadium. That was one of our first games on the season, and Dartmouth took that one 6-0 as well. Brockton's really struggled this season. They haven't scored a goal at all. They're 0-for on the year. So it's been a real long season for the Boxers, and hopefully for them, obviously they won't be in any tournament situation. Down low in front, kick save. Brockton will not obviously be in the tournament, but hopefully for that program, which was quite good just a couple years ago, hopefully they'll be able to right the ship a little bit here down the stretch, maybe pick up a win or two, just, something to build off of for next season. That one sent down the sideline here in front of the Dartmouth bench. And as we move about 4 minutes into it, we'll run down the starters for today. For the Hilltoppers, number 1, Captain Josie Kane. Number 5, Peyton Botello. Number 7, Jaya Cerrone. Number 8, Shakira Cadet. Number 10, Casey Curran. Number 12, Captain Emily Curran. Number 14, Elia Delisle. Number 15, Chloe Pacheco. Number 21, Tony Freitas. Number 22, Captain Brooke Macedo. And in goal, number 24, Kaylee Hutchinson, who's going to get her first test of the game. That one came off her foot. She wasn't able to fully kick it away. It deflected, and luckily enough spin on it that it went the opposite side of the goal. You'll see that here. A nice surge. Hilltoppers led by head coach Nicole Henrique, assisted by Ken Henrique, Vicky Blaisdell, and Amanda Salois. Your Indians starters for this afternoon. Number 0, Grace Haskell. Number 3, Kaylin Zuber. Number 4, Captain Samantha Souza. Number 5, Lily Mello. Number 9, Kayla McGee. Number 10, Julia Karen. Number 12, Merwin Sylvia. Number 13, Emily Donatio. Captain number 14, Abby Zuber. Number 18, Callie Rose. And in goal, Morgan Mello. Hutchinson with the kick save off the shot there of Haskell. Haskell actually wearing the 00. A quick transition now for the Hilltoppers. That one is stopped by Sylvia and loses it along the side. Of course, the Indians led by head coach Beth Arguin, assisted by Ashley Leal. That's going to go out of play. Well, both teams, as I said, it's been about 3 weeks since the first matchup, and interestingly enough, well, I wouldn't say interesting. I guess as you would expect, right? As the season goes on, things change. Both of these teams looking a little differently, the coach is telling me, than they did in the first matchup. Both have kind of changed their formations a bit, their personnel, some of the positioning. For example, Durfee now playing with 3 forwards instead of 4. Coach said that they were kind of getting a little crowded, a little bunched up down low, and it was actually preventing, there was less space to move, and it was preventing some goal scoring. That sent up ahead a rather large and significant break here for Durfee. Shot taken towards the net, and it is going to go. Are they waving it off? They have waved off the goal. No goal. So the infraction coming prior to the ball getting slapped in. And no goal for the Hilltoppers. And now quickly Dartmouth surging down the other side of the field. Trying to gain the circle just inside of it. And it comes out. Coach Arguin looking for more offense today from her Indians against the Hilltoppers. Said just the 1 goal in that loss. She said, we dominated the control, the pace of the play in that first game. Said, but we were only able to, muster up 1 goal. Gave a lot of credit to Kaylee Hutchinson of the Hilltoppers, their goalie. Said, she's become a very solid goalie. Kaylee is a senior this year. It's not the first time the Indians have faced her, and said, we just got to do a better job. We got to put the ball on net. We got to get more shots, and as we're gonna have a penalty corner here for the Hilltoppers. Shot taken, deflected back out. Nice defense right there from the Indians. It looked like it was Samantha Souza. Indeed it was, as she carries it across the emblem all alone into Durfee territory. Needs some help, though, and getting it as Rose is heading now towards the goal. And that was a great pass to her. Just unable to handle it. The crossing pass will go out on the goal line on the back end of the field. Nice setup, though. Good job by Rose. That was a good hustle for her to get down there because she was quite a few strides behind Souza, but she did get there. Just unable to put a solid swing on the ball. Passed back down to Souza. Karen keeps it in, sends it back, this time towards Haskell. Gathers it, able to get by a couple Hilltoppers, but now Durfee coming back towards midfield on the far side. Heard the sticks clacking there. The foul against Durfee, a quick reset. Shakira Cadet passing up to herself. Sylvia breaks it up. Cadet loses the stick. Lots of direction coming from both sidelines here, and you can hear kind of an echo almost in the stadium. Both coaches very vocal. Lily Mello will reset us. You may notice that with October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, a lot of times you see teams with pink accessories. Sometimes there's even special jerseys they'll do for a certain game. In this case, field hockey always uses a pink ball for the month of October, not the usual orange. Out of play it goes. Well, after some decent offensive opportunities created by both sides, these last 5 minutes or so, we've seen a lot of infractions on the field, a lot of whistles that have halted play, so kind of slowing up the rhythm here as we enter the final minute of the first quarter. 15-minute quarters here in varsity field hockey with about a 2-minute break or so in between. And we'll switch sides at the half. Haskell with it, trying to gain the circle. Sent in front, kind of a swing and a miss there. Durfee's going to be able to clear it out. A surge down the field, but Durfee not going to get there, and it gets cut off anyway. So after one, the horn sounds, and we are scoreless from the stadium. So both teams will go into the huddle. A 2-minute clock is rolling. And we are scoreless here after 15 minutes. You know, I'll be very honest, I never really used to like field hockey, and I think part of it is that I never really understood the sport so much. And, you know, I made it a point, you know, some years back to kind of do a little bit of research and understand a little bit, because it was always, right, the running clock, but you're always hearing whistles, always hearing whistles. It's like, what is going wrong? And there's so much technique, you know, the way that you have to handle the stick and the ball to move up and down the field. I don't know how many people know this, but the field hockey stick, you can only swing with one side. So if you're going to backhand something, you actually have to roll the stick in your hand so that you're hitting the same side of the stick all the time. It's not like ice hockey where you can kind of volley it back and forth. So just that alone, you get a lot of whistles just from that. When you hear the sticks clacking, it's almost like a slash in a sense. That draws a whistle. And that's just obviously 2 incidents that you'll see, but those are very common. But in terms of pace of play, I think one of the most exciting things about it is that there's no offsides. So, and that's why you'll see players that'll get down to the goal long before the ball is there. They can go and camp out down there, which really sets up for some interesting scoring opportunities at times when it works out. Two minutes are up. The teams will break the huddle, and we will get ready for quarter number 2. Souza heading down the field on the sideline as Durfee gets a whistle against them. They'll reset it here into Durfee territory in the first minute of this second quarter. Back towards midfield here, turning it around is Karen. Out of bounds. And it will be Durfee ball. Delisle will set it back in motion, and coming right in on her with Souza, stopped it dead in its tracks and turns it around. Took it away. Callie Rose giving chase, and oh, that was close. Just did keep it in. Collision on that far side. Down in the zone and out of bounds. Well, definitely have seen a difference here in Dartmouth's play since that goal was wiped off the board for Durfee. Almost like it was an early wake-up call for the Indians, because the Hilltoppers have had nary an opportunity since that, Dartmouth has really controlled the pace down on this end of the field. It's forced Durfee's defense to really be on their toes. At midfield, passed up ahead. Cadet heading towards the goal. Jaya trying to get there. Jaya Cerrone now sends it to the corner. Cadet takes a shot. Loose ball down in the top of the circle. A whistle sounds, and the Hilltoppers will get the corner. Bouncer in front, trying to turn it around. Waved off on the infraction, and it'll be Dartmouth ball. Still deep down in the zone, Hilltoppers. Goes out of bounds off of the Indians, and Durfee will get another corner. Curran sends it off. A little too much, doing a little too much with it down there. And it comes out of the zone. Luckily for Durfee, it doesn't hurt them. They're going to get another penalty corner. Haskell breaks it up, and Dartmouth will get the ball. Dartmouth gets it back down the other end here. Souza gives way for Mello. After Durfee got a few chances there. Unable to put a solid shot on net. Now Dartmouth deep down the field. Ball is still down there. The whistle sounds, and Durfee will reset. Donatillo was there before the whistle. Now Zuber, Kalen that is, getting called as well. Durfee now committing an infraction. Abby Zuber takes it back. Souza with the crossing pass. And a corner. Haskell earned it. Penalty corner for Dartmouth. Haskell passes it back down low. Crossing the goal, and it goes out of bounds. It was past Hutchinson. Lucky that for Durfee that it was not angled enough to the post. She got just enough on it to deflect it. Out of bounds it goes. All bunched up here on this near side. Curran trying to clear it. It went back to Kane. And Kane with it here in the middle of the field, redirecting, trying to get by Donatillo. Sends it up towards midfield. Nobody was there. Now, Delisle working the sideline. Trying to outrun Zuber. She sends it towards the goal. Comes back towards it, but now it's being cleared away by the Indians. Durfee will have it. Less than 5 to play here in the half. Coming up on the 4-minute marker. Cerrone with it. Bouncer down low. Hilltoppers still have it there. The whistle, it hits the knee. And another corner for Durfee as they reset here. A different look here this time for Durfee. Notice how everybody's lined up, and now they'll break. Different from what they had been doing. That was blocked by Souza. Now shot is going to go just wide. Durfee got the shot off. And the shadows really creeping over here. This time the Hilltoppers lined up in an arc. Go to Curran. Souza very quick to the ball. Off the corner. Hot shot. High, oh, and it's deflected. It goes out. Wow, what hand-eye coordination for Cadet to even get the stick on that. Down toward the goal line. It'll stay in play. Haskell's there. Souza takes a shot. Bouncing ball loose in front, and it's going to go out on the goal line. It'll be Durfee ball as we come up on the final 60 seconds of the half. My bad, it is going to be Dartmouth ball. It's not a corner, but it is Dartmouth ball. So they'll reset here. Under a minute. And that goes out wide to the right. Five seconds, passed up the field. And Dartmouth able to slow it up, and that'll end the half. Good first half. Both sides. After 30 minutes, a scoreless game here at the stadium. 5 minutes on the clock, so I guess we're going with a real quick halftime here, so we won't be gone too long. And we hope you'll stay with us. Third quarter coming up next live on DCTV. Welcome back to the stadium. 15 seconds left in the halftime break. Gotta love a less than 10-minute halftime. It keeps everything moving. So, third quarter about to begin. We have switched sides for the second half. And let's see, thoughts on the first half. Well, I'm surprised to not see a score. Of course, again, Durfee did have a goal erased, so it could be 1-0 Hilltoppers right now, but it is not. It is scoreless. The goal was erased in that first quarter. Just a little friendly prediction. I don't usually do this, but Chad, directing today, said, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and he said, let's go 8-6 Durfee. And I gave Dartmouth the upper hand just because they're on their home field and, you know, rarely lose twice to an opponent. So I picked Dartmouth 6-5, and here we are with less than 30 minutes of game time, and we don't have a goal yet. So unless something crazy happens offensively, I don't know that we're going to see those scores. But always fun to just throw a number out there, see how close we get to being accurate, or if we're completely in the other direction. Right near the boundary, kept in by Rose. Nice job. Kind of had to almost like dig it out, like raking the raking the turf there. Well, it's a name for you. Durfee fans probably would know, but I would think Dartmouth fans will as well. Steve Winarski, former Hilltoppers head coach for football, just walked into the stadium. I haven't seen coach in a long time. Lofted across midfield. Curran will turn it around. Hilltoppers forging ahead. Oh, a swing and a miss. Dartmouth escapes any trouble. Karen got down there pretty quickly as well. Kind of slow things up a bit. Free ball for Dartmouth. Pretty well up the field. Sent towards the circle. And that'll go out of play. Hutchinson watching it the whole time. Good, strong swing there. Get the ball across midfield for the Hilltoppers. Cadet comes in, trying to take it away. McGee wins the battle, though. So you may have heard on the stadium mics there, so Cadet getting too close to the reset. You have to have 5 yards. So the official giving a warning now. You have to give the player some room to reset. And that one goes out of play. Cadet, very fast, very aggressive player for Durfee. Tipped, and it'll go right down the sideline. It's actually staying in bounds, but it's coming back because of the, I think because of the high sticking call there, basically. Stick came too high up in the air. Chance for the Indians as they gain the circle. In front, centering pass. It's going to be blocked. It'll be a corner for the Indians as Hutchinson makes the save on a very tough play. Closed off that corner well. And it'll be Durfee ball. Dartmouth ball. Sent all the way back down the other end here. It's already hit the halfway mark. Down low, Kane took the swing, couldn't get it to go. And timeout here on the field. Cadet limping. Not sure if she rolled an ankle. She was away from the play. So she'll have to come out for a minute. She'll see the trainer. Chelsea Borowski out here, but whistle sounds, it'll go the other way. Well, it looks like it might be an ankle because Cadet took the cleat off. So hopefully nothing major. Definitely a big part of Durfee's offense. Rose trying to gain some space. And it comes up, hits her. Durfee will have it as we've crossed the halfway mark here in the third. Rose gets it, gets around Botello. Strong centering pass across the circle to the far side. And it's chased down. That goes out of bounds. Infraction down low, just inside the arc. It's going to be a penalty corner for the Indians as we come up on 5 minutes. That was not hit strongly. Cleared for a minute by the Hilltoppers. But there was Zuber, and she got it back. That's a little bit of a tic-tac call right there. Zuber went down and slid. And they called for a push in the back, but didn't look like there was much contact. Went into a hook slide to make that play. I wouldn't say that was a push, but that time Dartmouth getting the call. Down the other side here, chasing after it is McGee. Out of bounds. Gonna be Durfee's ball up the field here. Delisle will reset us. Looking for some room. Taken away by Rose. Big swing by Rose. Durfee with two defenders back, playing it safe. Macedo trying to get it down the sideline. Rose called on an infraction. Durfee will have it. Big swing, that gets through the mid. Cerrone with a little room here on the sideline. Broken up, whistle coming, it'll be Durfee ball. Kane chasing after it. Comes back to Curran. Curran loses it, goes to Haskell. Haskell gets by one defender. Only one left. There's a foot race down low. Haskell has it taken away, and a collision in the box, in the circle that is. What an effort from Haskell going all the way up the field. That ball comes up. And timeout call. That ball came up and towards the face there. Can't quite make out the number from here. Oh, that was Josie Kane. Looks like she's okay, though. So just a very quick timeout. She won't have to come out of the game. Coach and trainer staying on the sideline. 66 seconds left in this third. Dartmouth deep in Durfee's zone. Loose ball in front. Haskell takes a swing. It's deflected. And it comes out of the arc. And it'll be Durfee ball. Cerrone left it behind, gets a little bit of help. Excuse me, that was Kane. Kane left it behind on the far side. Delisle going to reset. Less than 30 seconds. Strong bouncing pass, and it'll go out of bounds. It was deflected. Durfee will have a chance here. They have less than 10 seconds. Got to get the swing off and somebody down low. They don't. It's cut off by Haskell once again, firing up the field, but that'll end the third. What a game. 3 quarters in the books, and we are scoreless here at the stadium. So much for our predictions. Really, what a great game. You're seeing high caliber play right here today, folks. Both sides creating opportunities, and the defense is answering the bell. Well, while we have the break here in between quarters, take a look at the road ahead for both of these teams. So for Durfee, the Hilltoppers will play on Friday at New Bedford. They beat New Bedford 3-0 earlier this season. So, and that was at home. So they'll play there Friday, and then on the 17th, which is next Monday, Durfee will be back at home for the start of essentially a 3-game homestand that'll take them the span of a week. And they'll host Apponequet next Monday. So that's Durfee's next 2 games. Their final conference game is a week from today against Bridgewater Rainham. For Dartmouth, Indians will play on Friday as well. They'll be here. In fact, today's game is the start of a 4-game homestand for Dartmouth. They'll be home all of next week as well. So today, they're here today against Durfee. Friday, 5:15, they'll be here. They're playing a little later because football will be at Durfee. Hilltoppers hosting the Indians for Friday Night Lights. So field hockey's home against North Attleboro. They tied to open the season 3-3 against North Attleboro. Then Bishop Staying is here next Wednesday. That was a 1-1 tie. couple weeks ago. And then New Bedford here next Friday to wrap up that stretch of 4 home games in a row. That was a tie 1-1. So Dartmouth with 3 straight matchups after today against teams that they tied with this season, hoping to turn those draws into wins as we begin the 4th quarter. Evan Massoud with you here live on DCTV. Conference field hockey, a great game so far in this rematch from September 21st between Durfee and Dartmouth. The Hilltoppers won the first meeting 2-1 in Fall River. Dartmouth hoping for some late magic here, just like Durfee had on their home field. Speaking of football, you Dartmouth fans, I will have the call in Fall River, and for Fred TV, we will have live coverage for you Friday from Durfee High School's Mac Aldridge Field of football between Dartmouth and Durfee. So, little plug for that. Feel free to, if you want to follow us on Facebook in Fall River, you can. Fred TV Sports, our Facebook page. That's where we live stream. We will share our page with DCTV. They'll share the link as it goes, just like we did for today's action covered by your local channel as well. So that's where you'll be able to find football on Friday on Fred TV Sports Facebook. Loose ball down low, and it is cleared out by the Indians. Dartmouth ball. Loose in front, a chance for Durfee. Bouncing ball, and Cadet takes the shot, and it is blocked by Morgan Mello. Point blank, right in front, and able to get the pads on it. Great setup by Durfee. Better save. Delisle takes a swing. Didn't get much on it. And Haskell will reset it. That's going to roll all the way down the field toward that sideline at the top of the field. And out of bounds it goes. Indians take the shot. It's going to be a corner for the Indians. said it came up and hit the knee, but I didn't see the ball hit any knees. Down low, Durfee trying to clear it. Loose in front. That one gets out of the arc. Under 10 minutes to play. A nail biter here in Dartmouth. The Hilltoppers and Indians scoreless through 50 minutes. Shot and it's good! Not scoreless anymore. Oh, they wait. An official timeout. I think they're. It is a goal. They do not wave this one off. Let's take a look. A 1-0 Dartmouth with less than 9 minutes to play. Rose spins around. Swings and misses now. Second shot is good. Gets it into the arc. Dartmouth forging back ahead. Rose, full sprint towards the goal as Haskell was taking it up that far side. Another corner for the Indians. Right to the top of the arc, off the corner. Setting up Kaylin Zuber. Hutchinson down to the turf, and it's going to trickle in. She had to come out and make a play on it. The ball got loose, and the Indians are able to grab goal number 2. Two nothing Dartmouth with 5.5 to play. Donatillo turns it around. Souza trying to center one. A little bit of the turf, kind of hit behind it a little bit. That's going to go out. Delisle will not get there. And a timeout here with 4:34 to play. I'm going to take a look at the first goal, the one that broke the scoreless tie, which was a laser from right at the top of the point here, top of the arc. Haskell, look at that. I mean, she's got quite the swing. She hits it square. That ball gets sent a long way. So Haskell with the goal that broke the ice, and then that second goal coming here just moments ago. Timeout over, teams back onto the field. Well, the DCTV crew will have more high school sports for you tomorrow. Girls soccer, New Bedford coming to town. Conference game, rivalry game. That game scheduled for 6 p.m. tomorrow. Weather does not look good. I'm going to be in Fall River because Durfee's hosting Brockton. That's off the post. I actually just got word during this broadcast that Durfee moved up their game from 6 to 3:30 for varsity. So, but as of right now, tomorrow your Lady Indians will be here for a 6 o'clock game against New Bedford, and that'll be covered here on DCTV as well, live. And then on Saturday, NESBA will be happening here from 5 to 9. And, of course, there'll be coverage of that as well. So busy end to the work week. We actually had, down in Fall River, we had boys soccer last Tuesday. And man, the weather was just absolutely horrible. we ended up playing through it. And the wind, more than anything, it was just a driving rain. You know, they'd be kicking, the goalies would be kicking from the south side of the field into the wind, you know, to go up in a nice arc and like hit a wall and just drop. It was really tough conditions. So tomorrow doesn't seem like it's going to be a great night, that's for sure. Not like the weather we had today. The conditions will be challenging for sure. Waiting on a reset for Durfee from the far side. The Indians closing in on their 8th victory of the season. That was a hot shot off of Zuber. Came up and hit Delisle. She'll get the reset here. 2 minutes to play. Cadet goes and gathers it down low in the corner. Durfee will keep it. Hilltoppers will have a reset here from outside the arc and take the shot. It's blocked. Final 60. As the Indians clear it to midfield, it'll go out of play. Haskell fires again, all the way down. And out of play. Out of play it goes, 10 seconds. And the Indians will pick up win number 8. 7 of those 8 wins, including this one, shutout victories for Dartmouth. They continue to impress when they hold their opponents scoreless. And they split the season series with the Hilltoppers. 1 win apiece. This one going to Dartmouth as Durfee took their home game earlier this season 2-1. Dartmouth gets the revenge against their conference opponent. Really a good game. This one was scoreless through 50 minutes of game time. So that tells you the caliber of these two teams here. Two of the best in the conference this year. And this was really a fantastic game this afternoon. Glad that we were able to bring it to you here on DCTV. So the Indians victorious. For Durfee, it is just their 2nd loss. They are now 9-2-2. Dartmouth 8-1-4. For our great crew behind the scenes, led by our director, Chad Amaral, I'm Evan Massoud, saying so long from Dartmouth.